guys, welcome back to Beer Geek Nation. I'm your host, Chris Stouts. Tonight I have probably the strangest beer I've ever had the, how can I put this, opportunity to review. It is Mikkeller. It is his Geek Brunch Weasel. It's an imperial stout made with Civet Coffee or Civet Coffee, which is the most expensive coffee in the world, considered to be one of the best coffees in the world. And basically the way the coffee beans are collected is the Southeast Asian weasel type cat things eat the coffee berries, and then they excrete these berries, and there are workers that go and collect the feces from these weasels, and I guess the enzymes in the digestive tract of the weasels actually breaks the coffee bean down to a desirable tolerance to where this coffee is just phenomenal from what people say. This beer is actually made with that. It comes in at 10.9%. It is a limited release. It is probably still available now. With that said, let me get into a glass, let you know how it smells, how it tastes, and give you the verdict on the Beer Geek Brunch Weasel beer. Wow, huge, really big alcohol notes in here. I mean, you can smell the alcohol just streaming off this one. Really deep, dark espresso, really like dark chocolate notes, ton of malt backbone. It smells exactly like a really big imperial stout. Just the alcohol in this one the alcohol just pours off in this one. A lot of coffee notes, really kind of deep, dark espresso, really strong coffee notes. Not really a sweet or bitter note, just really kind of dark roasted notes in there. Really complex smelling beer. Right, the appearance of the Beer Geek Brunch Weasel. Black as night. Some carbonation, coming off there, but nothing too big to speak of. The head, practically gone, but it is 10.9%, so I wouldn't expect it to stick around. But you can see it's, this really dark brown head. Very indicative to an imperial stout style. Just exactly what I like to see in an imperial stout. Black as night. Okay. Right up front, beginning of the mouth, you get a ton of alcohol taste in there, warming alcohol, followed by huge notes of deep, dark, roasted kind of chocolate mixed with like espresso beans. There's a lot of coffee in there, but it's not overwhelming. There's gigantic roasted malt notes in there, tons of really dark chocolate, definitely a lot of alcohol. I mean, I'm feeling the burn in here. Really a complex beer, not an easy to drink beer. I don't think the coffee is predominant enough to make it kind of the star of the show. It's definitely there, and it does kind of smooth some of the characters out, and you do get some of the bitterness right at the front of the tongue, but it's not something that jumps out at me and say this is a coffee, oatmeal imperial stout. You just don't get that, and you do definitely get some of the creaminess, some of the smoothness from the oatmeal. That is definitely in there. It's a solid imperial stout. All right, so the verdict on Beer Geek Brunch Weasel from Mikkeller, available now, 10.9%. It's an imperial oatmeal stout brewed with the Civet Coffee. I'm going to give this one a B. I think it's a really great imperial stout, and he probably could have stopped at that. Adding the coffee, you do get some of those, the bitter kind of coffee notes, espresso bean kind of taste and tang in there. Did he have to use the world's most expensive coffee? I don't think so. I don't think it adds that much to it. So in the end, I'm going to give it a B. I think it's a very complex, interesting beer. It's a very good drinking beer. A ton of alcohol, a ton of complex roasted notes in this one. It's definitely a great imperial stout. With that said, I'm going to give it a B. And remember, friends, life is too short. Drink amazing beer.